Good morning. Welcome to Book Talk, Cambodia Mission Manual Part 2. Woohoo! Father, give us insight that we may actually glorify you. And through this book, many will be trained, Lord, especially in mission work to Cambodia, especially short-term missionaries, Lord, in Jesus' name. Well, right now, we called short-term anywhere from people who come for 2 weeks or to 2 years. So that's like first term, 2 to 3 years is called short term. And then lifetime or would be anything beyond that, just pretty much. And I was considered non-resident missionary for 20 years. After 20 years, I finally said, you know what? I think I should call myself missionary, although I don't speak Khmer and I suck at it. But I think that my status really after 6 months, a year, 20 years is 10 years. So anyways, but this is actually for people who are coming for 2 weeks, especially this one for 10 days. I already told you, Pastor Gina wrote, and then the brief history of Cambodia. This is about 30 pages long, which is not, but gives you the insight. And talked about, the history is about 10 pages, and insight is about 10, 20. And now we talked about insights and preparation, but now we're going to talk about do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts in Cambodia. It's also out of Culture Shock, Survival Guide to Custom Etiquette of Cambodia by Peter North. Wow, 2005 it was written. But then I kind of expanded it for more Cambodia. The untouchable head. Untouchable head. Head of another person should not be touched, especially if they're kids over 10, 9, 8, 9. I mean, they're like 5, 6 year old. You could touch them, mess with their head, no problem. But if they're older, teenager and up, do not touch their head. Culturally, you shouldn't. There's a case where a Korean manufacturer, they had a company here, and the Korean boss hit the guy's face, slapped him, right? Dunkov, you stupid. Why didn't you not work this? Whatever. And the guy goes home, brings the gun, kills the boss. And the Cambodian court said, why are you touching their head? Right? So, yeah, it outraged Koreans, but no, you shouldn't be slapping your workers. It comes from a national security complex, your anger issue, and insulting the whole nation by doing that. So the guy gets killed and there's no consequence. So don't touch people's head. Um, Even when I pray for pastors, I don't touch. I put shoulder unless they put my hands and put over their head. Yeah, it's just etiquette. Keep your hands to yourself. The rules of use of the left hand are similar to those in other countries where toilet paper is not part of the traditional culture, right? Uh, they use left hand to wipe up their butt. So don't give anything on the left hand. Use your right hand. And with women, generally safer not to shake hands unless it's obvious that the woman is pretty Western and they approach you. Because if you go countryside and try to handshake with the lady, they will shy away. Just use this. This is to your friend right below nose. This is your professor, and this is your monk. So pastor, professor, friend, right? Use that instead of trying to grab someone's hand. Um, Generally, Cambodian express themselves in body language a great less than Westerners or Italian. Keep your voice down. Raise voices and boisterous behavior also consider impolite. When you go to a restaurant full of Cambodian, it's generally very, very quiet. Even the whole families there, very, very quiet. Whereas, like when you go restaurant in Korea, when families are involved, oh, noisy. Oh, Chinese are the worst. And just like, right? And they're all judging you. The Cambodians are like, oh gosh, this is impolite people. Why are they here? They're strangers, they're foreigners, they're tourists. They make our economy go round and round. So we allow that, but obviously they're not happy. Keep your soul out of sight. Do not put your feet on the table or bottom of your feet. That's the most impolite thing. I didn't know that. And then so, even just your friends, you casual, the guy sitting, there's a empty stool, you put your feet up. You only do that to your enemy, right? Keep cool. Pressure of social harmony comes very, very strong. So do not agitate, do not aggravate the situation, do not. Uh, the Cambodian language, modern language, evolved, and I think they changed again. That is, during the Khmer Rouge time, 1975 to 79, the word someone bumps into you and you say, "Excuse me," the word "excuse me" Khmer for a while was, "Do not beat me, do not hit me, do not punish me." The sad commentary of the modern history, but that's just reality. So they don't want to be aggravated situations. They never will say no. Their silence is no. So do not like, so do you want to go to lunch or not? If there's silence, it means no. Well, come on, say so. Do you want or not? Why are you quiet? No, don't do that. It's like when they're silent. It's just like I offer my book to be used at a pastor's conference, and it's a wonderful book on Proverbs. And I said, "So, Pastor, so and so, and this is a book I wrote, and it'll be really great. I could give you 300 copies um, for your November conference." And there's no response. It doesn't mean he neglected, it just means no. For whatever the reason, he doesn't feel that my book it will fit that November conference. And don't, it's like, so what is the answer, sir? Is it yes or no? I'm like, answer is, he said no already, right? So keep cool. Don't push forward. Cambodian proverbs, when you speak in anger, your words do not go far. When you speak sweetly, you reach goals. It's Cambodian proverbs. Hand things out, people with respect. Avoid throwing or tossing things in. I mean, I don't care if it's $100, do not toss it. I saw this ugly American, I think he's from Texas. Oh gosh, I was in a coffee shop in Phnom Penh and just minding my own business, reading a book. This white guy, I mean, you could tell he's a redneck. He just threw a $5 bill at a wait. The guy said, "Give me some coffee, boy." And then like, oh God, you represent what ugly American is. And I'm just with this southern accent. Give me some coffee, boy, and threw a $5 bill. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed that I'm American, that I'm categorized with same beast like there. It's just, and they just, bartend, I mean, the coffee, he just smiled. But in deep, you know what he's saying in Khmer, right? All the F words you could think of in Khmer. Um, So please don't do that, because also they have this history where the Thailand was fighting with Khmer. Well, let me just read. The story goes that Thailand is having war with right now. They wanted to conquer Angkor, but were hindered by thick thorn bushes. They threw gold coins everywhere and announced, find the gold coin. And so the Khmer people came out and cut all the bushes down to look for the gold coin. And so they were invaded. So yeah, so it goes deep. So do not throw. And also to them, packaging is as important as the content. So if you give $10 gift, spend a couple dollars in packaging and make sure it's properly. And it's a huge, huge thing. If you don't do that, I mean, you know, if you give $10 gift in a handkerchief or just hand it out in a package, then it loses value. Right? Seven, to give or not to give, that is your choice, but do not do it wisely, right? At the time, when 15 years ago, this is 15 years ago fact, the average annual per capita GDP in Cambodia was about 300, which is like $30 a month. Beggars could make $3, $4 a day. That comes about 1,000 a year. So guess what? All the children, especially in Phnom Penh, they will not send their kids to school. Just go beg because you are making down. I'm making 300 a year. You're making 1,000 a year. You got three kids. Well, that's 3,000. So we really at time we really only had a small like cakes and stuff and we'll never give out money, right? Then they could eat, but their parents don't get the money. 8, ask permission first, be taking pictures amongst temples and religious objects. Don't be just, point is common sense. Use common sense, right? Um, you don't go around. I mean, can you imagine if the Korean tourists came to America and then go to church and said, "Hey, can I selfie with you?" And then they'll be like, "How offensive." It's so rude, right? It's palm down. It's when you call someone it's this, it's never, "Come on, come on." You do that to dogs. "Come on, sir," with respect, right? I don't, it's not right and wrong issue. It's just the way it is. So don't, about water and I, very important. I still get sick. Jenny and I were trying to, now we're trying this new bottled water because for the last 20 years, every time we come to Cambodia, after 2 days, we start having diarrhea because mainly because of the water. And so we do all kinds of bottled water and tried, but yeah, we're trying this Korean water, but they said, no, that's not even good. So they said there's Kamai water that's pretty good. So we're gonna try that. But point is that, yeah, don't drink out of the tap water. And when you go to a restaurant, there's crushed ice and you go burp it. I mean, cup it. Yeah, you are going to feel it next day or right away. So do not be negligent when it comes to water. Do not, I repeat, do not promise if you're not going to keep 110%. Not even, I will email you. They're not from, hey, let's do lunch sometimes kind of culture. They take it seriously. And do not pass out your personal email to someone because, within short time, you're going to receive an email saying that my uncle's getting married, my brother's sick. Um, yeah, poverty is sin. So poverty sucks. Well, not sin. Poverty sucks, and poverty makes you opportunist, deceiver, opportunist, and so do not do that. Just go with the group leaders and say, hey, if you can you just talk to my leaders? Do not help directly, bypassing the structure and order. They will ask for help, but please follow the appropriate. 13, do not show up your thick wallet full of credit cards in public place or cash. I wrote it here. Poverty is sin, and sin tempted will result in action. Just bring some cash in pocket. If you're riding motor, put your handbag in between driver and you and hold it down. Jenny was snatched several times, a few times, pickpocket. I had my bag just snatched out while I was riding. So yeah, it's real. And if you have a bling bling, gold ring, gold necklace, it will be snatched. So do not wear it. Uh, do not engage in spiritual warfare, prayer. That is for the intercessor's job, not a short term. You're going to spend 10 days in Cambodia. Don't think that, well, I'm going to offend the demonic spirit of Cambodia. And don't do that. You do that at home. But here, just enjoy what God is doing, right? Dress code. 16 is focus, Jenny's teaching. Rule of thumb, right? For vision trippers. I like that. You're vision trippers. You're not even missionaries. You're taking a vision trip, vision trippers. Be flexible, focus, be obedient to leaders, see Christ-centered, unity, and spirit-led. And 17, enjoy both good and hard times. And then you ask, and I'll try to answer. So that was just, uh, wow. It's just practical guide. I hope it was helpful. I'll see you tomorrow, Daily Gospel people.